G'day, welcome to the show. Soul Covers here. Make sure you like the video, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Looking back on the game ones, we go 3-3, but the Pacers win us a lot of money. So first of all, we lose our future on Minnesota winning game one, OKC winning the series. I felt great about that at halftime, but OKC pull away in the second half and things do not look good for Minnesota. We also lose Minnesota plus 7.5. We did play on the Indiana Fever -8 against the Atlanta Dream. That ended up being a minus CLV ticket. I believe the Dream ended up winning that one outright. These teams face up again tomorrow, so that's going to be a game I am looking at. But today, wow, just a wild finish. Pacers down by almost 20 points in the fourth quarter. They end up coming back. Tyrese Halliburton was a bit early with the choke sign, but hey, we cash Pacers money line, Pacers plus 4.5 and over. Things are also looking very nice for our Indiana Pacers series bet. We will get into that, and then also our OKC over the Pacers title future as well. So 3-3 over the last 3 days, plus 1.8 units. Love to see that. It has still been a bad May, but hopefully this is the sign of better things. Let's get into both game twos at the moment. I've got bets on both sides. I do not have any WNBA bets as of right now, but let's have a look at the NBA games because there has been some over adjustments, some repricing on these totals specifically. So, we Minnesota, OKC, we see the line open at 7.5 range, now at a consensus 7.5. My numbers got this at OKC -9.5. Now OKC, they aren't coming off a game 7. They coming off a nice blowout win. So I'm on the Thunder -7.5, widely available. Got that down for 3 units. Home favorites where they won and covered as a home favorite. Let's just have a look at that quickly. Teams that are coming off a cover in game 1, now home favorites again in game 2, line greater than 5, 54% against the spread. My numbers like OKC, you just have to back them in this spot. I mean, the spot wasn't good for them last game, that's why I was on the Wolves, but here I'm taking the Thunder -7.5. Widely available. Looking at the series prices now, we got market thinks OKC wins this series at 87.7% of the time. My model's right there with it, so no value on either side in terms of series price. Looking at the total where this is very interesting. So game 1, we see some heavy oversteam. That game opened at around 212, closed at 218. Now the game 1 total falls well short of the total of the closing numbers, so the sharp action was incorrect. Looking at game 2, we see some repricing. Game 1 closed at 218, game 2 opens at 213, now at 214.5. I personally haven't played it at the moment, but I think the only way you can look is going for the over in this game. It's steamed up for a reason. The books don't do this just to for nothing. They do this because of sharp action, and the trends certainly support this as well. Over is 56% in this situation, game 2, where the home team won and covered game 1. So I haven't played it yet. I might look to play it, even though my numbers are right there at 214. I think the only direction you can look is over in game 2 between the Wolves and Thunder. Looking at the Pacers and the Knicks, my Pacers. we got this spread again at Knicks -1. We see the zigzag angle getting priced in heavily, where we got the Knicks now 6-point favorites. Well, open at 6, now seems to be a consensus 5.5. See a bit of juicier towards the Knicks. Now look, I understand that, yeah. This is a spot where backing the Knicks has just been historically very profitable. You know, teams in this spot, home favorite, who lost game one as a home favorite, spread greater than 5. They are 60% against the spread in the playoffs. Like, this is a classic zigzag spot where the trends are screaming, feed it back the Knicks. I can't do it. No way in hell I can do it. Like, six points is just asking so much from a team that is not as deep as the Pacers. Jalen Brunson, like, he looked gassed by the end of game one. I just can't see it. In terms of the market movement, we saw, open at 6, 6.5. Now a consensus 5.5. I do believe so there's a 6 at FanDuel. There is a 6.5 at Bet Rivers. So if you like the Pacers, go grab that 6.5 at Bet Rivers. I'm a little bit ticked off that I did not grab that 6.5 instead. I'm on the Pacers +6. Pacers +6 is what I'm on for 3 units. And looking at the series price, we now see the Pacers favored in the series. Love to see that, holding a plus money ticket on them to win the series. Now, my numbers, I've got Pacers -495 as being a fair price. I got them winning this series 83% of the time. So big edge here, still towards the Pacers. Now, am I doubling down on the Pacers right now? No. But if they lose game one, we see this get repriced again to maybe around a pick'em, maybe Pacers 120, -120 or so. I'd be happy to jump back in on the Pacers, going 1-1 back to Indiana. So I just think the market is wrong about this series. The Pacers are the better team, even though, I mean, I thought they did play reasonably well in spots of game one, like towards the start, towards the end. They do have a few things to figure out, but I can't see myself taking the Knicks at all in this series. I would not be surprised if I just back the Pacers every single game. We will see. Look at the total where game one, it opened at around 222. It got as high as 225, and now, and then it closed at 221. So you saw some late action on the under around that 225, 224 range. Again, we're seeing this total just get repriced very differently based on the results of one game. Now, in game one, like, both teams shot the ball very well. Like, the pace of game one was a bit slower than what I would have expected. It was 95 pace. I thought it was going to be around 97, 98. Like, the Pacers haven't really slowed down the offense in the playoffs. So I've readjusted my total. Previously, I had it projected around 225. Now I got it at 222. We saw game one total close at 221. Now we see it at 227. I think the only way you can look here is the under now. Historically, this spot is around 50-50, so there's not really much of a trend telling you to go over or go under. So again, the only direction I'm going to look here is taking the under. I have not played it as of yet, but under 227 and over 214 in the Eastern Conference and Western Conference Finals, respectively, are the directions that I would look. Let's get into our best bets, where we have 2 of them at the moment, but I'm just waiting on some more market information before I get in on these totals as well. I'm on the Thunder -7.5, Pacers +6. You get a Pacers +6.5 at Bet Rivers. I'd go bet that right now. That number is going to disappear pretty soon, as far as I'm aware. Aside from that, Knicks Pacers under, Thunder Wolves over are spots that I am looking at, considering where the previous games closed, and it just seems like this is a bit of an overreaction to game one. Until next time, let's get the books salty.